Hello, in this video I am going to explain you the poem The Sower written by Victor Hugo. Before I explain, just I would like to read out, and it's not simple reading, there's something else. It's only 2 minutes 18 seconds. Just watch it. Poem A Sower. Sitting in a porchway cool, fades the ruddy sunlight fast. Twilight hastens to rule. Working hours are well nigh past. Shadows shoot across the lands, but one sower lingers still, old, in rags. He patient stands. Looking on, I feel a thrill. Black and high, his silhouette dominates the furrows deep. Now to sow the task is set. Soon shall come a time to reap. Marches he along the plain to and fro, and scatters wide from his hands the precious grain. Moody eye to see him stride. Darkness deepens, gone the light. Now his gestures to mine eyes are august, and strange his height seems to touch the starry skies. Sitting in a porchway cool, now we can imagine that the poet or the speaker is sitting in the front portion of his house. It is evening and he is relaxing. Fades the ruddy sunlight fast. The sky is becoming red and it is going fast, he says. Twilight hastens to rule. That means it is coming very fast. Hasten to means to do something quick. It is coming and now it is ruling. That means it is powerful, he says. Now darkness is going to be powerful. It is overtaking the daylight. So beautiful expression it is. Working hours are well nigh past. It's going to be dark. All the people, those who have been working in the day, so now they are closing their work. Shadows shoot across the lands. Shadows of the people, those who are coming. The farmers, those who are coming back to home. Their shadows, he says. So that means all the people are walking back to the village. But one sower lingers still. Now his eyes catch the attention of a rustic, a farmer who is still lingering there only. Lingering means just walk around or move around a place is called lingering. So he is there still. He is not coming back to home. Old in rags, again very important it is, because this rustic life is not a good life. That is, farmers, almost all the farmers are poor. That is the indication here. He is in rags, that means torn clothes. He patient stands. He is standing there patiently. He is not in a hurry. Looking on, I feel a thrill. Only he is telling, the speaker is telling that he is getting thrilled by seeing this man, because everybody is coming back, but this man is still lingering there. So definitely it is raising a curiosity. Black and high his silhouette. Silhouette means like this. That is only the figure is visible. You know that it is sunset. So when you look from the opposite side, that is between the sun and you, if a person is standing, you can't see all the features of his body. You can see only the outline. That is what is called a silhouette. So silhouette is visible to him now. That means all the features are not visible now. Dominates the furrows deep. See there in the farm, in the field, there are trenches made. These are called furrows. So it is deepening. It is dominating means his silhouette is more prominent than the furrows. Now to sow the task is set. Now he says that this man is still on job. The task is set means now he is ready to work. That is sowing the seeds. Soon shall come a time to reap. Now he is sowing the seeds, and after some times he hopes to have a good harvest. Marches he along the plain, that is in his field he is marching means walking around to and fro, and scatters wide from his hands the precious grain. Now like this, now he is holding the seeds and he is scattering all around the place, all around the field. Seeds are very precious to the farmers. Therefore he says it is very much precious. Moody, that means now the poet becomes emotional to see this man working out there. I, the speaker says, to see him stride. That means he now is looking at him, that he is walking around there. Darkness deepens. Now as the sunset is over, now stars are coming up, that is it is going to be dark now. It deepens. Gone the light. Simple to say. That means light is gone and darkness has set in. Now his gestures to mine eyes are august. The scattering of the seeds, what he was doing. So these movements of his body is seen as magnificent, because now in poet's mind there is a deep reverence for this hard worker. See, now the man is sitting in the porchway and he is relaxing, and the farmer is busy now still. So there is a contrast. That is, one is relaxing, the other is busy. Definitely the farmer is seen as a great person in comparison with himself, he says. So for him, he is a great person now. Therefore he becomes very emotional that this man is still out working there. He is doing his task, and strange, his height seems to touch the starry skies. That this farmer seems to be a very great person in comparison with himself, he says, because he is a farmer, he is a hard worker, and he is the one who is responsible for feeding the large population. Therefore automatically there is an emotion, and there is a deep reverence for the farmer. As far as the theme is concerned, it is about the greatness of the rustic life. Though a farmer is very poor, but he works very hard, and he grows the food for others. Even after the sunset, when he is working, this shows that he is 24 by 7. So there is no specific time for his work, unlike others. This poem gives a great tribute to the farmer, a rustic. And the poem is divided into 5 quatrains, that is, stanza of 4 lines each, and there is a beautiful rhyme scheme. You can see that. And as far as using of poetic devices, beautiful poetic devices have been used. In some places, there are imagery. The words give you the mental picture of these things. Shadows shoot across the lands. That means when the people are walking, their shadows are moving on the land. So this gives a beautiful picture. You can make a mental picture of this. That's what we call it as imagery. In one place, there is a figure of speech used, that is personification. Twilight hastens to rule. That means as though he's a king, he's going to rule. So here personification is used. And in many places, alliteration is also used. Shadows shoot across the land. There, shadows shoot. Then soon shall. Darkness deepens, gone the light. So here also there is an alliteration. In the last line, seems to touch the starry skies. So alliteration is amply used. And by and large, it is a very simple poem. Very normal words are used here. And it has a very beautiful rhythm. You can call this as a lyric. So we can say that this poem celebrates the life of a rustic or a farmer. Thank you.